Okay, today's notes are on the slope-intercept form of a linear equation, and we're going to be taking these notes on the yellow paper that you should have gotten in class. So fill in with me. The slope-intercept form goes y equals mx plus b, where the m stands for the slope, just like it did in the point slope form. And this time we have a b, which stands for the y-intercept. Sometimes the equation will be given to you and it will look like y equals b plus mx, where they give the y-intercept first. Same thing, they're both considered slope-intercept form. So now we're going to graph one, and so let's graph the equation y equals 2/3 x plus, let's do minus 4. So our very first step is going to be to plot the y-intercept. In this case, our y-intercept is -4, which really means it's the point 0, -4. The y-intercept is the point where the line crosses the y-axis, which is the vertical line that goes through the center of the graph. So the x value of that point is always 0. So we're going to make a point here at 0, -4. And then our second step is to use the slope to graph additional points. And we're going to make several of them so that we have a nice line. So our slope was 2/3. 2 is the rise, 3 is the run. So starting at the point 0, -4, I am going to go up 2 and over 3. 1, 2, 3, and I'll make another point. Oh, I wanted that to be red. There we go. And then I'm going to go up 2 and over 3 to the right again. Make another point. Up 2, over 3. We could also start back at our original point, and we can go down 2 and to the left 3. And then we would have another point. And one more time, down 2 to the left 3. Okay, so we've got all these red points here, and I'm going to connect them with a line. And I always put arrow ends on my line. Okay, that is the line y equals 2/3 x minus 4. Then the question is, down here on the point test, is 12/4 on the line? And we could try to figure it out by graphing, but we also need to figure it out algebraically. If the point 12/4 is on the line, then when I plug 12 in for x and when I plug 4 in for y, I would get a true statement. So let's test and see. So our equation was y equals 2/3 x minus 4. So I'm going to plug in the 4 for the y. So 4 equals 2/3. I'm going to plug in the 12 for the x. This means multiply, so times 12 minus 4. Let's see if that's a true statement. So I'm going to put a question mark. We're testing it. 4 equals, if you want to find 2/3 of 12, what this really means is you do 2 times 12, whatever that number is, divide it by 3. 2 times 12 is 24. 24 divided by 3 is 8. And then I get 4 equals 8 minus 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. So it is true. That means yes, 12/4 is on the line y equals 2/3 x minus 4. Yay. Okay, the next one, we're going to try one more, is -15, -5 on the line. So I always write out the equation again. Y equals 2/3 x minus 4. I'm going to plug in -15 for x, -5 for y, and see if it's true or not. So -5 equals 2/3 times -15 minus 4, question mark. Is that true? So -5 equals, so to multiply with a fraction, remember this is like over 1. So I'm multiplying the top times the top. So 2 times -15 is -30. Then I divide it by the bottom, which is 3 times 1, which is 3. So -30 divided by 3 is -10 minus 4. And then that ends up being -5 equals -14. That is false. So we say no. The point -15, -5 is not on the line y equals 2/3 x minus 4. All right, so that's it for that page. We're going to go to the next page, which looks like this word problem. Use slope-intercept form when we use it when you know the rate or the slope and the starting amount. The starting amount is like the y-intercept. So when you know the y-intercept and the slope, you use slope-intercept form. Here's an example. An airplane with no fuel weighs 2,575 pounds. Each gallon of gasoline added to the fuel tank weighs 6 pounds. So this part right here, this is like the starting weight when there's no fuel in it. So the starting amount, also known as the y-intercept. And then when it says each gallon added to the fuel tank weighs 6 pounds, this is a rate, also known as our slope. So the equation goes y equals mx plus b. This is something you need to memorize if you don't already have it memorized. So we're just going to plug in those two values. So y equals, the slope was the 6, so 6x plus our starting amount, 2,575. We also need to define our variables whenever we're writing an equation from a word problem. So in this case, we have an x and a y. We need to say what they mean. See how the 6 here is the weight of each gallon of gasoline, and you're going to be multiplying it by x, which is going to be the number of gallons of gasoline. Number of gallons of gasoline. And then, so this part right here is going to be telling us the total weight of the gasoline plus the weight of the plane with no gasoline, which when you add those together, that's going to be the total weight of the plane. Okay, just a couple more things. Slope, just a little definition of that, or something we can write here, is the slope tells us the rate of change. And some keywords that you might see that will give it away that is talking about the slope is the word per. If you see that, there's a slope nearby. Or maybe the word each. Like in this case, it said each gallon of gasoline. The y-intercept, again, is the starting amount. And sometimes it's given as just like a one-time amount. Like it could be the starting fee for a different type of story problem. All right, and that's all we have to do today for your notes. So I don't think we need to do a summary this time. So that's it. All right, thanks.